Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Look, make the fight. Let's stop playing around and make the fight. Keith Thurman and Spence, Wilder and AJ. Okay? I think, look, we're at the end of they're both at the end of the ropes. Both of these fights are at the end of the ropes. Keith Thurman is coming back. But with all the inactivity, fighting a guy, Brock Jarvis, who Keith Thurman would probably go to Australia and tranquilize. I mean, hopefully so, right? And I understand Errol Spence is like, look, Keith didn't want to give me an opportunity. I'll never give him an opportunity. But Errol Spence is in no position to really call any shots. And he needs, I'm not even going to say he needs Keith Thurman, but that to me is the fight that would really create the buzz needed. Now, most would say just Errol Spence returning to the ring is going to create enough buzz to put Errol Spence's name back on the map. True. But Errol Spence against a guy like Tim Tszyu, it's interesting. Errol Spence against Erickson Lubin, interesting. But if you say Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, well, now you got something to build on. The history, what they both accomplished at 147, nobody really beat Keith Thurman to take his belts. You have something. And I think the momentum that would be generated with the announcement of these two fighting, I think even Turkey Al-Sheikh would want to put some money behind that. But that being said, these guys coming back and running the risk of losing against, like in Keith Thurman's case, a Brock Jarvis, that's not what you want. If you're going to come back and do this, I know EJ is stubborn. Reach out to him. Try to sort it out. Get Al Heyman involved, Turkey Al-Sheikh involved. Get someone involved who's going to put the kind of money up to get the conversation going and to try to bridge the gap. Because at the end of the day, money talks and BS walks. And I know Errol Spencer said no matter how much money you offer him, he won't fight Keith Thurman. But the kind of money that could be on the table, especially Keith Thurman coming back, and if he clips Brock Jarvis and looks great, there could be some huge money there. But that being said, there are a lot of people who feel like Keith Thurman doesn't deserve anything. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think most of those people who are saying that are worried that Keith Thurman may beat Errol Spence, even at 154, which is probably where both of them are going to fight. So that being said, let's see if that conversation even comes up. I don't think it's going to happen, but if I had a chance to wave my magic wand, I would, and I would make the fight, because I just think you look at Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia-Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia-Porter. I just think it'd be a nice way for those two to kind of pick up where they left off with their careers and scrap with each other. Because Terrence Crawford never fought Thurman, and Errol Spence never fought Thurman. And what a nice feather in their cap it would be to come and clip Keith Thurman, no matter how far beyond the expiration date the fight is. Now, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. I've kind of talked about this already, but I just think when you look at these two guys, it's still a very interesting fight. There's still a lot of people who want to see it. And it becomes even more interesting because you had a sparring partner come out here, a guy named Joey DeWedgeko, and he said that, look, Joshua's chin is suspect. And he sparred Deontay and AJ, and he said Deontay has freakish punching power. And he said if Joshua gets hit, which is what most of us say, he feels that, he's out of there. And he said he always thought Wilder would win. It's an intriguing fight. He said they're a little bit past it now, but he still loves the fight. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I agree with what he's saying, but what I don't agree with is him not talking about Anthony Joshua's punching power. Because I don't care what you say. If AJ sets his feet and he catches you, you're out of there. So is AJ kind of stationary now, more than he has been? Yes. Deontay Wilder a bit more stationary? Yes. Are they hittable? Yes. Can one of them? Can they both be brutally knocked out by each other? Of course. But I think the big difference there is just seeing. It's really trying to determine who's had the most damage done to their chins. And AJ's had some damage done. Wilder also has some damage done. So to me, it's a matter of who lands first. But nonetheless, just make these fights. These are two fights that are kind of beyond the expiration date. But still, when you talk about matching Errol Spence up with somebody, Keith Thurman up with somebody, AJ with somebody, Deontay Wilder with somebody, there's no other names that really come to my mind that I think I'd be like super excited about than these guys fighting each other. Anyway, forget all the past history, forget all the bad blood. There's going to be some money behind it. I think it'll create a buzz. The bottom line is, hold your horses, let's not take it to the stupid, and just make the damn fights. Keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Yo, I'm in the breeze.